We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing. We're gabbing.
Welcome to GABbin
Gabbing
with Greicy.
and Heather.
I have to drink tonight a Malibu cocktail. It is the peach rum punch.
Really?
Girl, I love me a to-go drink.
Oh my God, crack me up.
Exactly.
Ooh, what's that?
This is what I'm having. Yes, this is Boda Box Chardonnay.
You know how I read it? Bota box.
Of
Like
course you
bota
did.
in Spanish is you're gonna throw something with you voy a
Soda.
botar with the R at the end.
Boda Box.
But
Botar.
after she drinks it, she'll do that.
Yes. Woo!
It's a paper, it's like a
I
cardboard
love
box.
that. Okay, you guys with the
And
cans and stuff, and like I'm like jealous. I have my glass, my Ercole.
Classic.
is it rosé?
Yeah, my rosé. I need something different.
Yes.
Well, you need to get the little to-go ones.
I well,
Yes.
last summer all I was doing was getting the canned margarita. This summer I have not done
Yeah.
it.
Oh, I guess
Okay.
we should say we have a special guest this week. We have Dr. Luci back.
Woo!
Our favorite recurring character.
Yes.
So
Welcome
happy to be
back.
back. So much fun. So
And,
ready.
yeah. And so we're going to talk about The Resident from Netflix. 8 episodes.
We should tell
Ofo
people
canceled it.
exactly why. We do not know. Do you guys have any clue as to why you think
Netflix doesn't know what they're doing.
they don't?
Well,
And
I
I
will
Did
say
they?
I read it was the high cost.
Really?
Well, I mean, let's face the fact here. They had a lot of famous actors in this show.
But you know what? I feel like
It was a powerhouse of a cast. Yeah.
feel like this is like a situation where they could have gone the route of White Lotus because if you guys don't know, they have a set price for what they pay the actors on White Lotus. They don't care how famous you are. This is what you're getting paid. Everyone gets paid the same. So they could
Oh,
if like the financial situation was an issue, they could have done something like that. Been like, okay, well, this is what we're gonna like say that you should
everyone gets
pay.
paid the
But
same.
it's like a little
Yeah.
too late already, obviously.
Yeah.
Cordelia probably would have been like the issue with that because obviously she's going to be back
Right.
with another season. The rest of them they didn't need to bring back.
Right. Yeah. She's the constant, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Gracie, do you want to say who's in it?
Before I say, all of that, I do want to say now that we're talking about it, then maybe it's not the issue of the actors because it would be a revolving door. Like they would get new people all the time.
Yeah. It could be like the set,
New cases.
actual production and everything. But like depending on I feel like they could work around that.
I think that they could too. I really do.
I
So I
mean, this
don't
is
know.
Shonda Rhimes.
Hmm.
They can like have the production value of Bridgerton for her shows. Why can't they like do this
Mm-hmm.
or something?
You
like
are absolutely right. You are absolutely right. And I hope that they're kicking themselves in the butt because Uzo
This show is
has
great.
a Emmy nomination now.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
Well,
She's amazing.
let's go into who I'm gonna have. This is gonna take a couple of minutes. The people who have starred in the show are Uduva as Cordelia Cup, Detective Cordelia Cup, Giancarlo Esposito as A.B. Winter, Molly Griggs as Lily Schumacher, Ken Marino as Harry Hollinger, Randall Park as Edwin Park, Susan
Yes.
Kelechi Watson as Jasmine Haney,
I
Isaiah
love
Whitlock
her.
Jr. as Larry Dokes, Jason Lee as Trip Morgan, Al Mitchell as Raleigh Bridgewater, Dan Perrault as Colin Trask, Bronson Pinchot as Didier Gotthard, Juliette Restrepo as Elsie Child, Mel Rodriguez as Bruce Geller, Mary
Oh
Wiseman
God.
as Marvella, Edwina Finley as Sheila Cannon, Barrett Foa as Elliot Morgan, Juliette Jeffers as Angie Huggins, Al Franken as Aaron Filkins, J.D. Hall as the doorman slash George McCutcheon, Eliza Koo as Senator Marjorie Bay Bix, Paul Fitzgerald as Terry Morgan, Spencer Garrett as Wally Glick, Chris Grace as Dwayne LaJay. I mean, I could keep going and going and going and going.
Yeah. No. And as you read that,
Jane,
I'm like, damn, that is a really
it's a big
expensive cast.
Jane Curtin as Nan Cox. Jane Curtin, okay? Izzy Diaz as Eddie Gomez. Julian McMahon, R.I.P., as Stephen Roos. Kylie Minogue as Kylie Minogue. Suma Lee Montano as Dana Heyman. Brett Tucker as David Rylance. I'm trying to pick, like, I don't even know who else to like.
Yeah, there's so many.
There's
Crazy.
so many things. Timothy Orner as Patrick Dumbe. Taran Killam as Saint Pierre. Dana Bash as Dana Bash. I like that. I thought that was funny. And Jake Tapper as Jake Tapper. It goes on, and I'm sure I missed somebody, and I apologize if you are on the cast, one of the cast members, and I missed you.
Yeah,
Everything.
there's just so
Everybody.
many. It was such like a web, the cast. There were just so many characters.
Oh my gosh. That's why I don't know if you guys saw my video. I asked if you had a favorite character or character story from
Yeah.
the whole
Oh,
entire.
oh, that's a good
Yeah,
question.
because as I watched it, I was just like, oh my God, there's like this
Yes.
one specific character story or just
It's
Who
so
was
hard to
yours?
pick.
Yeah.
it was Sheila.
Oh, she was hilarious.
She was so good. And then the next one is Trip. But Sheila was
Yeah.
just so over the top. She was so over. I feel like that's someone that I know.
Oh my God.
I absolutely loved her the first time around, and I loved her more the second time around. Like
She
she
was
is,
such a hot mess, but very relatable at the same time.
yes, she has
Uh,
feelings.
she was hilarious.
Yeah,
She was
that's a good
hilarious,
one.
and she was more complex than it kind of looked like she was in the
Mhm.
beginning.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah, it
Mhm.
was
Yeah.
great.
It's so funny that you said Sheila
That's
and Trip
nice.
because those were my first two that I was like, oh my gosh, I love those two characters.
They were like,
And
And because
but I was like, story wise, like, was there one I kind of loved Nan because it's like it turned out she knew the entire time.
yeah. And all she had to do was ask. All Detective Cup had to do was
Yeah.
ask.
And like the whole
oh,
thing with
that
her,
was the
That was the
mom.
mom.
yeah,
Yes,
And
the
I
first husband's mother.
I feel like the way Detective Cup was looking at her was just like, I don't know, like I
She
felt like
knew
there was
that there was
something,
something.
yeah, like there was something behind
Yeah.
that. Like, okay.
But I liked that I felt like it was like a throwback to her on Saturday Night Live, like Jane Curtin on Saturday Night Live, how like every time like they would go through and she would be like, my son-in-law and
Oh.
Detective Cups would be like the president of the United States and she would be like, ooh. She would have like a physical reaction like every single time.
She's a physical actress, right? And that's how
Yeah.
she was on Saturday Night Live. I
Yeah, it
can't
just
remember.
very much reminded me of Saturday Night Live.
I can't remember her on Saturday Night Live.
Remember
no.
Kate and
Oh,
Allie with her?
she was a conehead, right?
Yes.
Yes,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah, she was part of
yes.
like the original like group of Saturday Night Live people, I think, like back in the day.
Right. Damn.
But I mainly
Yes,
knew her from Kate and
throwback.
Allie because I didn't watch Saturday Night Live until I was
Oh my
older.
God. I haven't seen Kate and Allie. I think I saw a little bit of Kate and Allie, but I don't remember
Yeah.
Yeah,
how
I
much.
mean, it was basically two moms who had gotten divorced and they moved in together with all their kids so that they can help each other. Which, there you go, great female relationship.
Yes. Gotta love those family relationships, man.
Yeah. So, Luci, did you have a somebody that jumped out other than Sheila? I feel like Sheila, maybe for all of
I no, I love Sheila. I loved her. I loved her. I loved her. I also really liked the other detective, Park.
Not Randall.
R-
Edwin.
Yes,
Edwin.
yes,
Edwin.
well,
But
the
he's
yes,
like,
actor
Edward.
Randall
Edwin.
Park plays
Yes,
great
My
characters.
name is Edwin. I
yes.
just,
Because he was just like in the background. And so it was like
Who's
just
trying?
subtle jokes. Like, did you really just talk to me like that? Yeah, I liked him. He was great.
it was such
This
a
was such
thing.
a smart show.
It was.
I was impressed. I've seen her in so many different roles. Uzo. I hope I'm saying your name right.
Uzo. I think it's Uzo.
Uzo.
I think so. I hope so.
I loved her in this role. Like I watched In Treatment because of her. And this role was the one that I was like, because it's just like it was smart, it was thoughtful, it was dramatic.
Yeah.
Like she had us thinking. Like I fucking was interested in birds.
Right?
Like this woman is looking at birds,
Oh
right?
my
And
gosh,
like
it's
taking
so
her
true.
nephew to go watch birds.
Wow, let me
Like it was different representation. And I that's what it is, right? Like we need to see Black women actors with different like types of
Yeah.
representation of
Oh
characters.
yeah.
That's not
Yeah.
your typical anything. Like it was
Mhm.
just smart.
I really
I
loved her
appreciated it so much.
conversation with the nephew, how she was
Oh
like,
my gosh, yeah.
I forget how she worded it, but she was basically like, this is what I can do. What I could do was to help find your mother's sock
Sock.
because I knew how important it was because her brother gave her those socks. And they never said
Mhm.
like what happened to the brother. He
I
must have
know.
passed away. And I'm like so curious.
Me too. And I was hoping
Yeah.
we'd find out eventually,
That's
but
why I thought we were having another season. Right, 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 right.
they
Do
were
you all
recorded.
have a favorite episode?
Ooh, that's a good
Ooh.
question. Let me look at the episode.
Oh my gosh. And Heather, I noticed in your notes, which I've never paid attention to the title of every
Oh,
episode,
yeah,
but
yeah.
there,
Yes, they had titles.
But did
I,
you notice that they're all based off of either like a book or short story or a movie?
no idea, girl.
So I can actually go through the titles. So episode one was The Fall of the House of Usher, which is a short story by Edgar Allan Poe, and it's also a Netflix miniseries. Which, if you haven't seen
Oh.
the Netflix miniseries, that's definitely worth a watch. Episode two was Dial M for Murder, which is a 1954 Alfred Hitchcock movie. Both of them are
Ah.
both a book and a movie. Episode three is Knives Out, which is a 2019 movie, which was very good. Episode four is The Last of Sheila, which is a 1973 movie directed by
Oh,
Ross.
wow.
Yeah, I was like, I noticed some of them and I was like, some of these are definitely movies and or books, so they all have to be. And then I looked into it and I was like, yeah, they are. Episode five is The Trouble with Harry, which is a 1955 Alfred Hitchcock movie based on the Jack Trevor storybook from 1950. Episode six is The Third Man, which is a movie written by Graham Greene in 1950. Episode
Okay.
seven is The Adventure of the Engineer's Thumb, which is a Sherlock Holmes short story by Arthur Conan Doyle from 1892. Episode eight is The Mystery in the Yellow Room, which is a 1908 book by French author Gaston Leroux, and it's the first example of a locked room mystery.
Oh,
So I thought that was very cool.
clever.
I love all the titles too, because they all like describe the episode
Creative.
really well.
Really creative. I liked episode 3, Knives
Knives
Out, the
Out.
chef.
Oh, yes.
That's Balky, guys. I couldn't believe that.
Are you,
I could not believe that just because it was him.
oh my
I was just
God.
so amazed by the
I'm
show.
amazed that you called him bulky.
It's like, oh my God.
Heather,
So
do you
like
know what we're talking
the
about?
whole thing with the knife,
Wait, sorry, I got
dude,
distracted reading. What did you say?
Balky.
Do you
Balky
remember who
from the
Balky is?
show. What
Wait,
was the name of the
the
show?
Perfect
chef, Perfect
Strangers.
Stranger?
Yes,
Yes.
yes,
The chef is Balky?
Yes.
yes.
I totally did not get that. Oh my gosh. I'm so bad with recognizing people. Great thing to tell you this.
Oh my God.
I was like, yo, oh my God, he's so different from how we
Oh
saw
my
him
gosh.
perform
Yes.
before. He did so good playing that chef. Oh my God.
That was a great
But
character.
so he's the only other character that I thought was the one. That was my favorite. I love the chef because
Yeah.
he never really made you feel like he didn't do it, but you didn't know that he
He
did
was
do it.
so guilty.
Yes.
But that's the thing about this show. Everyone had a motive.
Yeah.
Everyone could have been the one.
It
Yes.
wanted you to, it's like they set it up so that it would be like, what's that Agatha Christie one on the train?
Mhm.
Murder on the Orient Express.
Yeah, that it's a situation like that. I'm about to say a spoiler if no one has read that book or seen the movie.
That would be
Fucking go
me.
watch it or read it.
That would be me. But go ahead. Go
Tracy,
for
I'm
it.
about to spoil it.
Okay.
Everybody did it in the end.
Okay.
So
That doesn't
so
tell
there's
me.
all these aspects, and everyone did it collectively together. So I felt like they were setting it up for that because yeah, everybody had like a motive
And
of
But
an
but
opportunity.
everybody had a little bit of a role that night, right? Like
Yeah,
Yeah, that's
a
everybody
lot of
was
why
them. Yeah,
sketchy.
that's
Mm-hmm.
why everyone had a motive.
yeah,
Though I will say that Elsie, I don't. That's never mind. Because I was gonna say just because she said I'm gonna kill him or whatever, it wasn't about AP Winter. It was about
right.
her ex. But
Who
she did
sucks?
run out of the room with the candlestick, which I love the nod clue.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that was she looked so guilty that oh my god, what is his name? Her boyfriend
The
thought that
Bruce,
she
guy.
did it.
Bruce, Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah, so it seemed like such a plausible situation that Bruce thought she did it and tried to cover it up for her.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
could see why he thought she did it, but I didn't think she did it.
Yeah.
She just looked so scared.
She
Yeah,
was she was too sweet. Like everything
Yeah.
else. But also that's like the person you least expect.
Right.
right.
I
And
did not know who actually did it until the very end. Like I didn't pick up.
I
Did.
thought,
I
I thought I
did.
had it.
Lucy got it.
I thought it was the assistant usher.
She had a lot to lose with
She
him
did.
Who
sticking
was the
around.
assistant usher? Oh, Jasmine.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, and because she was so vague and so professional
Hmm.
all the time, and she changed up that office so quickly, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It was so
I
easy to see it as her.
did you guys think, and I thought this the second time around, they had no reaction to the death? No, not in the way that I would have been like, oh, like no one was
Somebody died.
crying.
Their boss.
I think
Their
maybe
boss.
Angie was the only one that maybe just had like a little bit of emotion, but everyone was so just, is it the job? Like you can't have any emotions, like you have to be professional at all times, like,
Yeah.
or is it that they truly didn't care?
I think it was a job, and I think they do explain that because Jasmine was saying how, like, and other people talked about this too, you're
Mm-hmm.
expected to be invisible.
Mm-hmm.
You're expected to go in, do your job. What you hear, you didn't hear. Like, you don't,
Yeah.
like, people have said, like, even under hypnosis, I'm not going to be able to tell you what was said in that room because, like, it is the job to not hear anything and just do what you're supposed to do to help the house
Yeah.
function. And
Mm.
so they're probably used to lots of dramatic things happening
All the time.
all the time.
Like
They don't
Drip
respond.
divulging everything, George McCutcheon the first
Yeah,
or whatever.
one of the many George McCutcheons.
That was a great scene.
That was hilarious.
His
Yeah.
facial reactions to everything that he was saying.
That was great.
Oh my God.
But
That
yeah,
was
because
great.
it reminds me of Paradise, where like the guy that was like the janitorial staff, I don't know what his position was, he was going around cleaning while everyone was freaking
Yes.
out. Like I
Yes.
feel like that is a good
I remember
representation
that.
of what they
Yeah.
were talking about in this show, where like
Yeah.
the end of the world is literally happening and he's
That's
just
so
going
good.
around doing his job. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of like you must see a lot of shit if you work in the White House.
That's right. And
Like
he
if
was
you're
kind
like
of
an
like, we're gonna be
institutionalist.
okay,
Yeah.
right? Like
Yeah.
I
Oh
remember
gosh.
that scene on Paradise where everything is happening. He's like, we've been through it, shit
Yeah.
happens all the time, we're gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Right.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah, this was the first show. Like I think that scene where they had all the Polaroid pictures on the table
Hmm.
and Jasmine was saying, like this shit changes every 4 years.
Hmm.
Yeah.
But the
Yeah.
staff is the staff, right? Like our job is to be the house. Like I feel like I had never ever in my American life thought about
Mhm.
that fact, right? That like
Yeah.
we have a constantly changing every four
Yeah.
years, like in every office in DC. But there's certain
That.
people who clean or whatever who stay
Yeah.
behind who see it all happen, who
Yeah.
know all
Yeah.
the stories.
Yeah. Like
I
Sheila.
thought about it because of the movie The Butler. They talked about
Yeah,
that in that too.
yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah, because I
yeah,
remember thinking about the movie The Butler when she was going in about that, like about how like they're the constant thing in the White House. Like and they even said
yeah.
at some point you don't work for I think with regards to
For
Sheila,
these
you don't
people.
work for the people, you work for the house.
Yeah, yeah. That
So
was interesting.
It
yeah.
is, yeah, I agree with you guys. It's not something that I think Obviously we're not meant to think about it, but now that it's put out there for us, it's like, and sometimes it makes me wonder, or it has made me wonder what else is going on out there. But then I quickly forget.
Because you have to work.
Because I have other
Because of
things
this
to put.
fucking
I have to go
capitalism.
back to. I can't be thinking about all these other things. No way, Jose.
But it's something, right? That like
Yeah.
It is.
in
You don't.
every like
You don't
big
know
institution.
other functions in other areas because I always wondered, like, for instance, my niece, she's going to college. I got her a big book,
She's
Sule.
going to college, Grace?
She's going to college August. One day out of the blue, I was telling her there's so many different jobs out there you don't even like think about it. Like, who are the people who create rides at the amusement parks? Who the hell are they? No idea who the hell they are.
Or
You
what the
know,
job is,
there
some
are,
kind of
yeah. What is
engineer.
it in title, architecture, this and that? Like like there's all of these things that are around us. I have no idea who is the one that does it and who's the creative thought behind a lot of things too.
Yeah,
Like who's the
yeah,
originator? Like there's so much going on. So
yeah,
seeing something like this, like what you guys are saying, it's like, oh wow,
yeah, yeah.
an us versus them.
That part. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Because the people that feel the people that are the most invisible, right? They change the beds,
And the
they clean the
concept,
sheets,
yeah.
they clean the floors,
Oh God, they've probably
they
seen some
guard the
nasty
doors.
things putting in those
They've
sheets.
seen some shit.
Clinton.
There was a throwback to Clinton.
Oh, there was.
Yeah,
On
but
the
they talk
show?
about like the different types of people. Like they show the Clintons when they arrive at the White House.
Oh, and they show the pictures when they go back.
Yeah. They talk about the like traditionalist versus like the new.
Yes.
And that's
Yes.
probably like a big thing too, because
Yes.
every time a new administration comes in, they do want to change everything. They want to, I
Yeah.
mean, one of the things about the first lady or the first husband that is like they're responsible for like redecorating everything and like
Yeah.
putting certain things in, like as far as like the landscape and
Why?
everything like that. So trying
All
to
of that
keep
for
those
what?
traditions and stuff and
Mm.
also like let that family come in and kind of make their own mark there's gotta be some like feelings around that
It's
too.
exhausting.
I don't know. If I again, I'm never gonna be president of the United States. Well, let me not say never, because there's still time.
I
Gracie,
love that.
2028.
I love that. I would
2028.
so vote for you.
They will
I
get
would
so much
say.
dirt on me. Forget about it.
They'd be
I
like,
don't
she has
like.
stalking allegations against Jason.
Look, you
Right?
could
About
be a
JC
council
Shazay.
person.
Oh God.
Let's start a
No,
campaign.
no, absolutely. I do not want to be a politician. But I don't know if I would, with that mindset, like go in there and be like, let's change this, change that.
Yeah, no.
I don't. That's
Like,
Some
because
people
exhausting.
you're
probably
there to create
don't.
policy, right?
Give me the flat screen TV. Give me what's technologically
You
up to
treat that
date.
shit like a hotel, right?
Yeah, yes.
But I mean, I do like people like Michelle though. Like she had two girls, right? She
Yeah.
had two kids, and she had to like
Well,
make that kind of homey for them to
I was
like
gonna
make
say
a
like
normal kind of childhood in
I
some
was
way,
well like
Yeah, there's gonna be
like
their
some changes
bedroom,
regardless.
something.
their bedroom be their home thing, and then everything else like I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Like she says how she tried to make that like feel like normal, like living in a
Yeah.
normal house. And that was weird, right? Like sleepovers. Like they would have sleepovers with their friends and she had to like make it look
Yeah.
like it was a normal family. Like that's
It's a
hard.
And
lot of
like there is that aspect, but I was thinking more like there's gotta be like some administrative changes and pushback that are probably I don't know. The thing that's coming to mind, I don't want to talk about anything recent because like that just brings up a whole can of worms.
Mhm.
But like I remember learning that like Jimmy Carter, for instance, he put solar panels on the White House. And then the second that Reagan came in, he was like, these solar panels are coming down immediately. So it's like there's so
Really?
yeah, like there's so much change from administration to administration that like I feel like you probably feel like you're just like being pulled in every which way
Yeah.
when you're
yeah.
part of the house.
That is such a reflection of who we are. When you
Yeah.
think about it, like we are not on the same page,
No.
right? Like it feels like a culture that's like aligned and in sync should mean like the next one that comes in just keeps it going and
Hmm.
takes it to a deeper place and to
Like build
another
Right.
on
level.
top,
Like, yes, solar
Right.
panels. So
instead
now
of
let's put
take down.
windmills, right? Now let's grow some fucking corn in the
Yeah.
yard, right? Like it should like continue, but we're
It's
not.
yeah.
We're so like
Yeah.
it represents the identity of the culture. Like it's all over the place. So I can't imagine working in that house.
Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
have to have a
Like,
lot of
But like
patience.
we should be
oh
like what
my
we were saying, we
God.
should be building upon the past rather than constantly tearing it down and trying to like start from the
Right.
beginning.
Say
We're
this
not
is
like
going back.
progressing how we could be and benefiting everyone like how we could be
Yeah. That
if we did
episode
that.
about the chef also, I think that's the one with the Christmas, the where he makes
Gingerbread
the
house.
gingerbread house.
Oh yeah.
And they do that. And I think that maybe there was I don't know which administration it was where it wasn't made to be a big deal, but I think that did happen where this is like a tradition in the White House of
I
the
think
gingerbread house.
I think you're right about
Oh,
that.
I don't know specifically about the gingerbread house, but I do know that there was some controversy around like the way that the house was decorated when during one administration. So like that could have been what you're,
Where they got that from.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Because yeah,
felt so
people have
bad for
such a
him.
feeling. You know, like working months and months and months and like to just have that work not be recognized at all.
It's
And
just
like
not the
Saint
same.
Pierre was like a great example of how they wanted to make so much change that it like destroyed the underlying like traditions and caused chaos. I mean, that
Hmm.
state dinner was pure chaos because they were
Yeah.
trying to change everything. That
Yeah,
holiday
up to the last
season
minute.
was like a complete disaster because instead of like say having the gingerbread house there and adding on with like kind of new ideas to go in conjunction with it, they wanted to replace everything at once and like like tear down all the old traditions,
Baby
and it was
steps.
like a big flop
Yeah,
because of it.
yeah, that was sad.
So yeah,
Hmm.
there's a way to do things that will be positive and uplifting, but
Yeah,
instead, if you just come in and bulldoze over everything that has been in place already,
right. Why can't we just
it's not gonna
add,
work. Yeah,
right? Like most of our traditions do
celebrate.
not make sense, but we
Yeah,
could just add. We don't have to
Add
change
on
it.
to it, and it doesn't have to be immediately. It could be done slowly if you.
yeah,
But the gingerbread house was a thing.
yeah.
It was a thing. He spent so much time on the little house and the little
Here,
furniture.
they're trying to make it like a healthy Christmas. People really don't eat gingerbread houses, do they?
No.
Decoration. They're sitting around
I
for
don't think
months.
I've
Why are
ever
you gonna
had.
eat it afterwards?
I don't think I
Mm-mm.
have ever eaten a
Never.
gingerbread house. I
Yeah,
mean, I
I
mean, I
will
mean, I
Oh,
guess, I guess you could
make
just
them.
make it and then eat it, but like, what's the point, right? Like, have it out so it
Yeah.
looks nice for some time.
I mean, when I make it with royal icing too, and I would never eat royal icing because it's like raw
no.
egg.
Ugh.
You're touching it and putting all the,
Yeah.
you know.
I mean, it's
I could. You touch it, I'll eat it. It's okay.
like people aren't eating the White House gingerbread house.
God.
Yeah, no,
So like there's
yeah.
no reason why they had to just go in and demolish it other than the fact that St. Pierre and oh my God, what was her name? Holly? I gotta put my notes back up.
Who what's her name?
The social
Molly,
secretary?
Molly, Molly.
I thought it was
Molly.
Holly.
Oh
Lily?
shoot, Lily.
Lily.
There you go. We're all kinds of wrong.
Lily. Lily
I
with
don't know
her
where we
pink
got Holly
dress.
and Molly from Lily
I
Schumacher.
don't know.
I knew it was her from when her foot was shaking.
Oh,
Her
see,
foot
you're
was
good.
shaking. Her
Oh,
foot was shaking, and her story of like why she was looking for him that whole night, why she was looking for him, just didn't add up.
what was
Mm-mm.
her story? Does she?
She
She was
was just going around him
worried.
asking like, "Oh, I haven't seen AB. Have you seen him?"
Yeah,
Yada yada
She was
yada.
because she
looking
was
for him all
worried
night.
for his. She didn't see his dead body, so she was wondering where he went.
Hmm.
Yeah, she was. I mean, looking back, it's like pretty obvious, but I did not get it.
Mm. But
Watching it
and
again, I still didn't realize it.
but that last episode though, you feel it there,
Oh
right?
yeah.
When
Yes,
especially when she starts
yes,
pinning it on the other
Oh
two, it's
yeah.
like,
yes.
damn, you are
She's
so obvious.
desperate. She's
Yeah,
very
that's when I
desperate.
finally like was like, oh. But I
That
don't
was
know.
so
I don't think I
good.
knew who it was because I was like, I don't think it's Elsie. I don't think it's Bruce. I don't think it's Trip.
No, he was too like just checked out for.
Even like Harry, like I didn't like Harry, but I was like, I don't think it's him. I just didn't know. It would
What
have been
about the
funny if it would
what
have been like
about
the
the
Topher Grace looking guy.
how did we feel about that other chef?
Oh, I love
Marvella, who said,
Marcella.
"I'm gonna kill you."
Kill
yeah,
you.
like see, those are the characters that were more likely to be it because they just had so much rage. Whereas
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Elsie was just too sweet.
But then
She was
also it's
hilarious.
like I
And
feel like
she
it
got
was
it.
I feel like it was like too obvious too because she was like I'm gonna
Yeah.
kill you and it's just like it can't be somebody who's
She was
literally
a
saying
mess. Yeah,
And
yeah,
nobody really reacted the way that they would have if they thought that she was probably serious. Like if
yeah.
someone's screaming, I'm gonna kill you to someone in the White House, if they think that's a credible threat, like I think they would be out the door, I would hope.
Like when they were all together at the end, I was like this is the president's White House. Like he's the president of the United States, but he's like anybody there, and they all just talk to him and like whatever. Like I wonder if that's what really goes on in the White House, where you're just
Oh, like
you
this
are
is
the
our
president of
house.
the United States, but you're still regular schmo from like Wisconsin or whatever.
It might
I
depend.
d-
The
yeah,
president, right? Like maybe some
yeah,
president is
the
like,
Yeah.
presence,
respect
the
me, pa pa pa
presence.
pa pa.
Like I
Yeah,
can see a Barack Obama like being like more like
like couple.
interactive and like just hanging out and talking to people like
Mm-hmm,
their
Like
buddy.
they're regular people.
mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Or like a
I
George
did
Bush, like
like
a
that
younger
it
Bush.
was. I liked
I
that it was a gay couple. That it was a
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
first
yeah. I mean,
husband.
Yeah.
Shonda Rhimes, so
Yeah,
we
yeah.
want to make sure she's
She made us
represented.
imagine
Yeah.
something new.
I found it really funny that they had Al Franken be a senator.
Me too.
Speaking of our crazy politics, R.I.P. Al Franken's political career.
And applaud him for coming out and taking that role.
Yeah.
Has he done anything for this? Do we know?
Like in movies and stuff?
Like after he quit
Less politics.
or was pushed out or whatever it was,
Resigns.
resigned. Thank you. And this, has there been anything in?
I'm sure there has been. I think he has a podcast, but I'm trying to think if he's been in anything that I remember seeing since then. Let's check out Your Best Friend. For if any
IMDb?
listeners don't know, Al Franken used to be a senator in Minnesota after his acting comedy career, and he was forced to resign because of a controversy involving pictures of him making lewd motions towards a woman when she was sleeping.
No.
What?
Do you not know
Surprisingly,
about this, Lucy?
No.
He had a very controversial Senate race to begin with. It went to court. It was so close that it took 7 months after he was supposed to be in office for it to be settled that he won. And then he wasn't senator very long, and it came out that like there were pictures of him like going up to like a sleeping woman on a plane, like pretending like he was grabbing his boobs, but not her boobs, but not actually grabbing them, but like just pretending. They were on a USO tour. It was him doing a comedy show, and I can't remember what the woman was doing, if she was like an actress or another comedian. But these pictures came out and stuff, and the Dems forced him to resign. Like they took
My
care of
God.
it because Democrats forced their fellow people to resign, unlike other parties.
mm.
Mm,
So he had to step down.
He's
wow.
only start. He resigned in 2008. He didn't do anything. In 2020, voiced Gramps in Gracie and Pedro, Pets to the Rescue, and then after that, it's this acting wise.
Yeah,
Oh,
so I think he's just been doing like podcasts and probably doing behind the scenes political stuff.
that's funny.
But I'm not seeing anything either.
What did you all think about Cordelia?
I loved her.
Yeah, she was a great character.
Like you both said, she's different. She's representing the culture differently. It's like a breath of fresh air because you don't see someone like that on screen. So it was nice. And
Yeah.
she
It was nice.
I don't know how to explain it. Like, she wasn't she knew she was really great at her job, but she wasn't full of herself. I loved how she was with both her nephew and the boy, the young detective that
Yeah.
lived across the street in the hotel. Like I was
Oh,
thinking
the
to
little
myself earlier,
boy.
he should have a
Yes.
spin-off.
It
Yes,
would be a good
a
spin-off.
baby
Yeah.
detective.
Yeah.
That
Her
was so
rel
cute.
I liked her relationship with the younger.
Yeah,
Yeah,
And
that
she was
was
good
really
with them.
and with what's his name? Stokes? What's her supervisor?
Oh,
Um,
yes.
What's his
What was
name?
his
the of
name?
the Metropolitan Police.
Mhm.
Uh,
Oh my God. What was
Stokes,
his
Larry
name?
Stokes.
Okay,
Larry
thank you.
Dotes.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Yeah,
he
Yeah.
was great. He was really great.
he got her.
He
Yeah.
did.
Yeah, I think that the people that got her the best were the two kids and Larry. And the kids got her because she was very like respectful in how she approached them. She approached them as peers and not like as children. She didn't talk up to like talk down to them,
Right.
which was really nice.
Right.
But yeah, I liked the way her brain worked. And yeah, I just liked everything about her. I liked that she came in, and this is something I thought to mention earlier with Edwin. She came in being like, "What's with all the dudes? So many dudes. Another
Yes.
dude? What's going
Yes.
on?" And
Yes.
like what I was gonna bring up earlier with Edwin was like I felt like he was like mad thirsty, where he wanted to be like, "I'm not just one of those dudes.
Yes. He wanted to prove
I'm not one of
himself.
them."
I felt like I felt like he like backstabbed her. He did backstab her when he said it was a suicide. I think and it's just
Oh,
like
Yeah.
he didn't buy the whole idea of a murder.
no, he
Yeah.
didn't buy it, but I think he also
He had
because
pressure.
yeah, it like it seems so obvious. It has to be that, and it's just a bunch of dudes. She's the only, which let's face
Yes.
it, that's typical, right? Like they're not gonna take. Why
I
would?
feel like he was torn though, because like he recognized how
Well,
brilliant she was.
he fucked up. I guess that's why
Yeah,
he tried to make it up.
yeah.
Did make it up.
But yeah, I liked how she just had like a quiet way where she was very bird like. She was taking it all in. She was focusing, like she was saying, like birds and like humans, they can focus in and narrow in on things,
Right.
and like because of that they can see things that aren't there. Like I just loved how she was like, okay, it might be a suicide, but where's the knife? Why does he have a contusion on his head? Why does he have cuts on his faces? Why does he show signs of poisoning?
Why is there
Why,
blood on the shirt?
yeah, why is there
Yeah.
blood on the shirt that isn't his? Like why is
Mm,
there not more blood where he supposedly cut his wrist? Why is the angle of the wrist cutting not a self-inflicted
Yeah.
angle? Like
Yeah.
why are both his wrists cut when most people only cut one wrist?
Right.
So she was like, I'm going to take in all this information and I'm not going to necessarily eliminate anything, but I'm not going to like just cow down and be like, oh yeah, it was suicide because there was a suicide note.
yeah.
So
No, she was so good.
yeah.
She was so good. And the like back and forth between what was happening and the bird's eye view, that was
Mm-hmm.
so fascinating to me. And there was like I think there was a scene where the camera was like flying over the White
Yeah.
House as if it was a bird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was very cool. Yeah.
I mean,
I thought she was
I mean, sometimes you do wonder how can they continue this? I mean, it's called The Residence. How can we go on to a second
mm.
season? But then just bring
Other
her
places could
over.
hire her. Yeah.
Yeah.
And they already tell us, like she was in Australia. She solved the mystery in
But you know
Australia.
what? Think about Knives Out. They continued that on,
Mm.
even though the second one had nothing to do with knives.
I haven't seen the second one.
Oh, it's good. But yeah,
Mm.
like they could have continued on because they did set up because one of the people we didn't talk about was the foreign minister.
There's so
Oh
many ways it could have gone.
Yes.
my gosh, there's so many
Rylance?
people.
Rylance?
Ryland, David Ryland.
Okay.
I like that they had a lot of back and forth together. Like why? Like
Yeah.
he wasn't the president, he wasn't the prime minister. But she was like, I'm talking to this guy. He talks about how she solved like a crazy impossible case in Australia and how
Hmm.
impressive it was. So there is precedent of her like going from place to place. So it didn't necessarily have to be the White House residence. This could have been somewhere else where it's still a residence or some kind of tie-in.
No, this could have gone for very, very
Yeah.
long. Like this could have been eight,
Yeah.
9, 10 seasons.
I mean, look at her
This type of a
Poirot.
show.
Like
And it's a
that
Shonda Rhimes.
series went on forever.
Yeah. This, yeah.
I'm sorry, Hair, the witch show?
Hercule Poirot, the Agatha Christie character. That was
Oh.
a TV series that went on for years and years, and it was the same sort of thing, except this is a female detective.
Was that a BBC show?
It might have been, or
There's you
PBS,
see.
one of
There
them.
you go. That's why.
Is it ever with Netflix? Is it about the viewership? Like, did it get a lot of,
Who the hell knows what
um,
Netflix is doing? They are
yeah, I don't know.
random, and
They're really random. I
yeah,
think
about like I
they're
feel
more
like if the show
random.
does really good, they're like, oh, we have to cancel this. We've hit our peak or something like that.
That doesn't
But
make any
I think the
sense.
official thing was the cost of the show.
That's
This show
'Cause
was
didn't they
so
just do that
good.
with something else too, where everyone was like, what the hell is actually going on?
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Poorly done, Netflix.
Badly.
Because
Mm-mm.
this show had everything. It had the casting, it had the storyline, it had the visual effects. Like Shonda is like amazing with her visual effects. Like
No.
it's beautiful.
Yeah, and it was funny and
Yeah,
it was smart and it was thoughtful and it was interesting. Like
yeah.
it did have everything. And when we're curious and we want to keep going, like I liked this one more than I liked, what's the other one with murders in the building?
Oh, only
Only
murders.
murders in the building?
Yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. I like this one more. I like this one more.
I can see
Mm-hmm.
that. The comedy in this one is definitely there. It's like great comedy, but it's more subtle.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Muted.
What
Oh, what
else?
did
What
you
else?
guys think
What
of
else?
the third man, Patrick Doumbay? That was so random.
That was
Who?
Patrick
Patrick
Dumbe.
Doumbay,
The one like the big eyes with the
the
mustache. He's
the
like,
guy that
oh.
just like randomly hitched a ride with the Australians and got into the state dinner when he wasn't to be in the
Ah,
title.
that was very random.
And then
He
he
was
saw
very
like the
strange.
murder after fact happening.
And he was on the phone with his mom, was
Yeah.
it?
Yeah,
Oh,
or something like that.
his aunt.
His
His
aunt. Okay.
He,
He was
he,
he was probably the most random character
he
out of
was.
he
everyone.
really
I
was.
guess they had to have someone there who wasn't a part of the mix, right?
That
Yeah.
makes sense.
And he kind of like I think he was set up to be like, well, obviously it was like this third man, this outsider who
Right.
would have had something to do with it. Like, why else is he in the White House when he's not invited? Like, he must be like an assassin or something like that.
Right. Oh, and I like that he went up to Harry and was like, yes, and I work for you. And everyone's just like, oh my God. Harry's like, like, oh, I was just kidding. It's
Yeah.
like, read the room, dude. Like, this is not the type of place where you just crack a joke.
He's very socially awkward.
Yes, he really, really is.
Very, very, very.
I just realized we
He was
started
funny.
talking about David and then forgot to talk about David, so we got to circle back to him. David Ryland.
Oh,
We're all over the place. Oh my gosh, I lost my thought. I was about to say something about Patrick.
I wondered how did they get him back to the White House so fast? Like she gave the president 2 hours to bring everybody on that list back to the White House.
Don't they address that in when they're in their car ride that she meets him there and that they have to get him immunity or something so that he'll come immediately? But yeah,
Oh,
like
I
where
thought
was
he
he
left.
from? Because I thought he was like in town for like a conference, right?
Yeah. So did they fly him in on the president's airplane? What's it called?
Probably something like that, or like the FBI or
I have no idea.
Patrick
somebody.
Doomby.
Doombay.
Yeah.
And
Even his picture is so funny. Like when you look him up as an actor. Is he a comedian?
maybe he is.
Probably. He was pretty funny.
Oh my God.
And he just like
Yeah.
walked out.
He's just like silly looking.
But yeah,
Timothy
he was a
Horner.
great character. And then one of the things I thought that was really funny, like odd funny, was like they had Kyla Minogue in there playing herself. But then like they had not one but two different actors playing Hugh Jackman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Hugh
The whole Hugh
Jackman, what
Jackman
are you doing
thing.
right now that you can't be in the residence other than stuff hanging out with our gal Sutton Foster?
Oh, ho, you took it there.
I did take it
Woo.
there. I'm team your ex-wife.
Woo, you're upset. You are upset because you think that they've been doing something on the side all these years that they've known each other?
I don't know about that, but I just didn't like how he did her dirty with like
How did he do her dirty?
Really seemed like she had no idea that there was anything wrong in their marriage, and he suddenly was like, "We're
Isn't
going
that
to."
isn't that always the case though?
Yeah, I
Mm.
feel bad because it seems like it was really rough on her. I'm
Well,
making a lot of assumptions. I just feel
You're
bad
so
for her
sweet.
because she seems
it's
like a really good person.
it's how many years of marriage and for
I
it to
think
come out
like
of the
almost
blue?
30.
It's like he fell out of love, but he probably didn't want to break her heart and didn't say anything
And he
about
ended up making it so much worse by the way he did it. So, but I wouldn't
Mm.
be surprised because I think there were rumors that he was hanging out with Sutton Foster a
well,
little bit too much
Sutton
before.
should have behaved herself also.
Yeah.
To bring it back though, I love that Kylie Minogue was there. I love that she was in for the ride, trying to get her Lincoln bedroom on.
Yeah. She was like, I just went to Lincoln bedroom.
The
And she's
Lincoln
like,
bedroom.
I sang this fucking song 7 times. Which is
And they
like,
called
girl,
her,
don't
and
you
they
know any
asked
other
her
songs?
really last minute. It was really
Yeah.
last
They
minute.
they sure did. I
Because
just
they
thought
thought
it
they
was
were going to get
awesome.
Harry Styles. Like, why?
Harry Styles, the Australian state dinner, because let's just face it, that's what it
Yeah, that
was,
was the
the
thing. Like, there's
Australian
no
state
Australian
dinner.
tie-in.
state dinner with the kangaroo dessert.
What was that?
On
That
their
looked
sacred
like
mountain.
it
That
looked
shit was
like
funny.
it looked like whoopee cushions. It looked
This
like
is
whoopee
reminding
cushions.
me, Luci
It was
and
great.
Marvella, I loved their animosity towards each other.
And you see, they're actually
The chefs were great. The
a
chefs were great.
representation of the us and them.
Yeah.
They were
Yeah, because
the
Marvella
downstairs
was like part
representation.
of the administration,
Yes,
where
the
he was
current.
part of the house.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah.
But
So he
but
was positioned, she was.
but there did came a point where she was like, "What the fuck do they want me to cook?" Right?
Yeah, because she couldn't have her flames because she's trying to do something here. Like she's trying to, like they
Yeah.
brought her in to change things up, and then they're not letting her change things up.
And it would be
But she
typical
got her stress
of
out.
her did pick the fine one too. Oh yes, she did. It would be the building to be like, you can't do this because even at work, it's like, oh, you can't have this, you can't have that, and it's like, really,
Yeah.
can you stop, y'all? Come on
Mm.
now. Office services be killing me sometimes. Give it a break, y'all.
I love the whole story about the hot shower, how the president wanted his shower so hot.
I bet that shit happens all the time, stuff like that.
I forgot
Oh
about
my
that.
God.
And like how much money, like how much taxpayer money went
The
into
water pressure
all of
too,
that?
right? Yes, yes, yes. How they had like 10 people in the room so he could test that it was the right temperature and
Yeah.
pressure. My
Yeah. I
goodness.
bet that
Could you
shit is going
imagine?
on right now. And actually, now that we're saying this is a total shout out to the current administration because he has the whole thing, and like as people are jobbing at season 1, the first administration, his whole thing was water pressure.
Really?
Yeah, he
For
complains
who?
about how
Wait,
like
who?
we needed less regulation in the United States because of water pressure and how you can't take a deep
Trump?
shower. Yeah, it was a
Are you
big thing
fucking
during his
kidding
first
me?
administration. And I think the
Get the
toilets
fuck
too, like
out of here.
there wasn't enough water being used in the toilets or something too.
That's
So like
right.
now that I'm thinking about it, that's totally like a
So
shout out
that
to
he
that.
probably got all these
God.
complaints about the way the White House
Oh.
is, and his ass ain't sleeping there. He's sleeping there.
No.
Wow, I did not know that about them.
Yeah. Look it up. If you look it up, Trump
I
and water
remember.
pressure.
No, I remember
Yeah.
that. I remember that.
Because I
Now
kept
that you mention
remembering being like, oh my gosh, he would hate living in Europe then.
They barely use AC.
Yeah,
Even places that have AC, they're conservative with it, you know?
right. Yeah. It's
Like
kind of like
they're
their
not
dryers.
pumping
Like
that shit all day.
they have dryers, but they don't work very well because they want to make sure that they're not making a huge impact.
Oh, country.
my girl Sheila.
Sheila, I just like
She
keep
was
picturing her
funny.
crying during move-in
She
day.
was funny.
She miss her home girl.
She missed the homegirl.
She got
I
to sit with her too.
I loved when she sat down, when she and the lady asked her to sit down and she sat down and she having champagne and she was like,
She was vibing. She was said that. She was like, when you have that night when you're just like in it. She was drunk and vibing and doing her thing.
And not remembering a damn thing too. Oh
not
my gosh.
smoking her cigarettes.
Oh my gosh.
She
Why
was a
would
funny
she lie
character.
about smoking? That was so weird. I was like, oh, what are you doing? Like, you're caught. Like, you're caught.
What's
If
crazy?
somebody's
Because she's
asking
not
you
supposed to be
what you
smoking.
smoke, they obviously
She was
know that you smoke.
hilarious.
I'm sure she's not supposed to smoke on White House grounds.
Yeah.
No.
Someone was smoking outside by
Yeah,
the garden, whatever
which
the
was her.
yeah. Are you
And
still
then there
watching?
was the lady, what was she? She was in like the greenhouse.
Oh,
Oh,
Emily?
Roush? Roush?
What was her name? For like a while, I felt like the way that they talked to each other, Cordelia and her, I thought they were flirting.
Oh, you think
Oh,
so?
I
I can
thought there
see
was like
that.
a back and forth between them where I was like, huh, is there something?
Yeah.
I can see that because like the way that Cordelia like was picking up on things,
No.
Emily and Markle, the park gardener,
Okay.
Emily, it seemed like she was, oh wow, this lady sees me. Like she gets me.
There was like a,
Yeah, they had a connection.
yeah.
Well,
I thought that was gonna go
maybe in the next season. Oh,
That
that's
could have
not
been something they
happening.
were setting up for because they also talk about how she wants to work at the Redwoods and how she applied for all these
Yes.
park
Yeah, she
positions.
was
So
like,
it could have been
she
like
showed interest in her.
she
yeah.
came back and like they connect at some other kind of location and work together again. They could have been setting it up for that.
I didn't even notice that. Now you got
Yeah.
me thinking. Heather
I
got me
was like,
Yeah.
thinking.
are they
Lucy got me
flirting?
thinking.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
But that was the part, right, where she noticed like the light switch
Yep.
and the
Yeah.
cup and all
And the
those details.
phone was
I just,
moved
yeah,
and
right.
yeah.
That's
Like
crazy.
it's really impressive how observant Cordelia is.
Mm-hmm. I could not be a detective. I'd be missing
No,
detail.
I was just telling someone how like I would be a terrible witness. Like I actually am a terrible witness. Like I had to testify in court and
Mm-mm.
it was someone that I was like within 2 feet of them and witnessing them commit a crime. And when I was in court, I was like, I think that's the person. I can't tell you for sure. Like I would just be like a terrible witness.
I'm with you.
Tell you for
I
sure.
remember when I had my first job and the security guard's sister came to visit her as a surprise. And she had gone out to lunch at that time. And she came back. I said, "Oh, your sister came." She was like, "Oh, well, what does she look like?" This is because she had two sisters, and the sister didn't leave the name or whatever. And I could not. And I was 16 years old. Okay, so I was not going through perimenopause. There's no excuse whatsoever. And from that moment on, I knew I wasn't 16, excuse me, I was 17. From that moment on, I knew I would be a terrible witness and that God forbid anything were to happen in front of me.
Maybe we just grew up learning to mind our business, and that's why.
Oh, we're
You
just
know
so
what?
focused. We're so
You
hyper focused on
Yeah.
know,
what we're doing.
Yeah.
you know what? I think you're absolutely right because I was raised to mind my business.
Yeah.
Yes.
And with my situation, I was not paying attention to the person's facial features. I was trying to de-escalate the situation so that they didn't hurt someone. So it was
Right.
like you're right. I was like focused on
Focus.
trying to get an axe out of this man's hand so that he didn't hurt
Damn.
someone and not like looking at his facial features. And by the time I testified in court, he looked differently because he had gone from being unhoused to actually looking much healthier because he was in jail and he was getting food and care that he wasn't getting
Wow. Look
before.
at that.
So it's like I was like, I'm assuming you is the person you arrested. Like, I don't know. I can't tell you that stuff.
Terrible. That's terrible. That would be me.
Yeah.
That would be me. I don't even notice the color of the shirt. Nothing.
Yeah.
Growing up in the Bronx in the 90s, when my cousins would come visit, my older cousins remember so much about what my neighborhood looked like and crackheads and shit like that. I don't remember none of that.
Well,
Yeah.
that's different though because that was your neighborhood. You
I
were living
zoned it
in
out.
it in and out every day. It's just like
That
whatever.
was
It's
kind of like your
part of
white noise.
yeah.
I didn't see
It was
any of that.
okay.
I didn't see it. I didn't see it. I didn't notice it at all. Like my older cousin, Freddie, he's like, oh, across the street from your building, there were like
Yeah.
people like by the fire warming their hands. I was like, what? So
People
when
were
this woman like picked up, what did she pick up? What was it? Like a a leaf, a feather, a hair.
Yeah, tiny
Yeah.
little leaf. And
Yeah.
then Emily knew exactly what that leaf was.
I said,
Yeah.
what?
Tree. Yeah.
People were just born to paint
They
like that.
were. They
Yeah.
were. I would have never found my brother's sock.
I wouldn't have
Yeah.
either.
Mm-mm.
And that's
Yeah,
why
like that was
like
smart.
her sister doesn't get her, and she has like
Yeah.
after all these years, like you're saying,
Yeah.
that
That's
you had to
why,
tell the
like,
nephew.
the term, like
Yeah.
the idea of neurodivergence, I think we need to like rework how we think about that because I think we're all wired differently.
We are.
And we need people to be wired differently because somebody has to notice the hair or the feather or whatever. Like we can't all not notice
But
because we would
we're
all be
all religious Gracie coming out. God put us all on this planet to be different for a reason, right?
Yeah,
We're
exactly.
all compensating for what someone else doesn't have, and that's the
Yeah.
beauty of our diversity.
diversity,
Just
right? Come
and
on.
It makes
people
for
don't
great teamwork and
exactly, but we don't know how to work
cooperation.
as a team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep,
Lord.
that's right.
It reminds me of I was watching like, oh gosh, I think it was Jon Stewart, but it wasn't him that said it. It was either Mehdi Hassan or like other guy that I'm blanking on his name, but they were talking about Israel Palestine and talking about how like people basically saying it's not us versus them, that people are bound together and that we can't all truly be successful and be free if others are not. So he was specifically talking about Israel and Palestine and being like, you
Yeah.
can't have, oh, it was the other guy. It wasn't Mehdi Hassan because the other guy was Jewish. And he was saying, I care very deeply about the safety. As a Jew, I care very deeply about the safety of Jews in Israel. And I understand that, like, if I want the safety of the people in Israel, I need to want the safety of the people in Gaza.
Yeah,
That you can't have one without the other.
that's right.
And it's like that's like a
Yes.
general rule with everything. Like we can't be successful as a people unless we embrace everybody's differences and within those differences what their strengths are and what they can bring to the table because everybody can bring something.
That's
So
right.
everybody needs to be at the table.
That's
Mm-hmm.
right.
Uh,
Mm-hmm.
Thank you
Right.
for coming to my TED Talk.
That's
Oh,
right.
thank you for having us.
He fell
Is
asleep.
there any final thoughts? We could go on and on.
Bring it
This
back.
was a great show. Bring it back, Netflix. We love Cordelia.
Yeah,
She was
maybe somebody else will pick it
brilliant.
up.
She was
No, we just have
brilliant.
No,
Shonda
Shonda has a
come up with her
contract.
own
She has
like
a contract with
streaming
Netflix.
service.
Mm.
I have said this on the podcast. She needs to have her own channel or
She
station
Oh,
or
does.
you did say
If
whatever.
that.
she had her own Chandra, like streaming network,
Yeah.
we would pay for it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
people would pay for it
Mhm.
100%.
Yeah.
Come on now.
And then just she can be like fuck off to all the other streaming services. Like Netflix would lose Bridgerton. They would deserve that.
Yep.
They would absolutely
Netflix
deserve that.
needs her. Netflix needs
Yeah.
her.
But they
But she don't need them.
They should just be like, whatever you want, Shonda, we will cover it.
yeah.
This was a great show.
Yeah.
I loved the last episode. The last episode was amazing.
It was so fulfilling.
I love that she brought everybody together and she was like, I don't know who did it. I still don't know who did it, but it
Yeah.
was one of y'all in this
That was
room.
so Agatha Christie, like the end of like bring all the suspects together and explain what is going on was straight up Agatha Christie, and I loved it. I just want to give a
Brilliant.
shout out. We didn't talk about them, and they weren't like a big character, but shout out to Senator Marjorie Bay Biggs, a junior senator from Colorado. He portrayed the crazy grouping of senators that we have very well. I love that she had such hate for Harry. That's like, I feel you, lady. Because he was a jerk. Shout out to her.
Oh.
And all of our law enforcement officers in the show who all were bickering like a group of children the entire time.
Who has jurisdiction?
And shout out
Yes,
to the Park Police because they didn't deserve the hate they got from the other law enforcement officers.
I
What was that?
not a. Do they have jurisdiction? It's not a park.
I would have thought that they would have had jurisdiction because they generally handle any of the they handle a lot of like I understand why they don't, why it's the Metropolitan Police, but they do handle like all the different protests and security and things like that for all of the monuments, like the clips, like the Washington Monument, Lafayette Park, like all the things around the White House. That's the Park Police. Like if you see protesters getting arrested, it's the Park Police. If you see like what look like police officers at different events, it's usually the Park Police.
Wow.
Because it's not just like physical parks.
Okay.
So, but yeah, shout out to the Park Police and shout out to the Metropolitan Police Department because they were getting shit on by the FBI and the CIA and everyone else. But yeah, great show.
Love this show. Love the show.
Like I said, I watched it 3 times and I picked up different things each time.
Here's one last question. Do you think that Bruce and Elsie rekindled their not even romance?
After throwing each other under the bus?
Mm-hmm.
I assume that they did, but they probably need to go to couples counseling to talk about why they thought that the other would murder someone.
Uh-huh.
Well, they have a lot, like they have kids, so they have to think about their family. I would think that would be primary.
But to have thrown each other under the bus like that, damn.
Yeah.
When you're in a relationship, you're allowed to not tell on each other.
Nobody told them that.
And like by telling on each other, they're kind of showing that like they covered up for each other. So they're kind of admitting that they committed a crime.
Their part in it. Yeah.
But they haven't talked since. What was the time span between that day and when everything happened? Like for me, it feels like a whole year.
It was like 2 or 3 months, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a long time after.
I'm here thinking it's a year.
And they were working together.
It might have been up to a year. Yeah, and they basically ghosted each other. They didn't even say like this is why we're not talking to each other.
Right. They hadn't talked ever since that day.
Yeah, that would fuck up a relationship.
Yeah, but maybe they didn't get back together.
That's why we would need another season, guys.
Yeah.
They wouldn't answer that. It's like over and done with. It's not important. I was just curious to what you both thought.
But it could have been like a White Lotus, right? Different place each season.
Mm-hmm. And they might bring back different characters.
Mm-hmm. A connecting factor.
Well, listeners, let us know what you thought about The Residents. Anything that we missed? What did you like? What did you not like? Should they bring this back? Did Netflix make a big mistake? You can let us know on Instagram. Our handle is at GABbin Podcast, or you can email us. The email address is gabbinpodcast@gmail.com. And thanks for listening to GABbin. Go check us out on Instagram, like and follow us. Check out our other episodes. We are on all the major platforms where you can find your podcast. Feel free to buy us a coffee.
Please do. We need it.
Talk to you next week. Thanks for listening to GABbin.
GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin. We're GABbin.